Hi children, today we are going to learn the lesson about two words of freedom. Before going to the lesson, we have to know the freedom who gave us. Okay, they gave us a freedom. We have our leaders. The long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge. Okay, here that is a Jawaharlal Nehru and also Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi and also Rani Lakshmibai and Annie Besant, Lokman Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lal Bal Tilak, okay, and Sardar Vallabhai Patel, Sarojini Naidu, and Khan Ghaffar Khan, okay, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. So these members are laid a freedom to get independent for India. These are the persons and towards the freedom we can know that India has always been famous for spicy textiles and also jewelry and pearls. The Arabs were among the first to come India for trade. Okay, the Portuguese, the Dutch, the French and the British followed. Okay, so that's why here we can know that India is a famous for spices, textiles and jewelries. The British emerged the most powerful among them. They traded through the English East India Company. The company bought goods cheaply from India and sold them abroad at higher prices. This resulted in a huge profit for the companies. Okay, here we can see a different type of spices. Okay, they have bought for a cheap cost and they sold them for the highest prices. Okay, so the East India Company, they traded this English East India Company. They bought the cheap goods and sold for high price. Okay, little by little, the English East India Company established a control over the whole of India and taking advantages of the lack of unity among the Indians. The British conquered large parts of India and established their rule. So after that, moreover, okay, they have taken the charges from the Indians and they ruled the country and they sell all this with a cheaper, okay, that means the lowest cost. And why? Because this happen means there is no unity among them. So if we have a unity, we can do anything. Okay, so before that, that's why we have to be unity what the things we are doing. Next, discontent among Indians. Once the British were firmly established in India, they exploited the farmers, traders, craftsmen, and the rulers of local kingdoms. The farmers were made to pay very high taxes even during floods and droughts. The farmers had to pay their shares of taxes. Here, that means the Indians are paying a tax to them, that also very high. So they are ruling over the country. Okay, and traders, crafts, these all the people are paying the taxes even during the floods and also drought time. They were forced to grow indigo, a plant which is a source of indigo dye and cotton. Okay, they were, these were brought at very low rates and sold at very high rates in England and other countries. These farmers in India became poorer. Many died due to starvation. So why this happened? They're buying in our country for low cost and they are sold at high prices in England. So they are getting a profit and we are, that means the Indians are becoming poor and many are died due to this. A cheaper mill-made cloth was imported into India from England. As a result, the handloom industries of India suffered. A lakhs of weavers became unemployed. They suffered the same fate as the farmers. Why this happened? So they made the clothes with hand, that means handmade. But the England, that means the Britishers bought a mill made cloth. So with these missionaries they made this, and lack of weavers became unemployed. They suffered the same fate as the farmers. The British did not allow the Indians to open mills and factories. Indian traders were not allowed to trade in items of their choice. Okay, so the Britisher did not allow the Indians to open the mills. The Indian rulers and the princes were also unhappy with these Britishers. A law was passed by the Britishers which stated that if a ruler did not have a male child, then upon the death of that ruler, his kingdom would be taken over by the British. That means the king should have a, see here once again, a law was passed by the British that if a ruler did not have a male child, that means a son, then upon the death, okay, if the king dies, okay, the kingdom would be taken by the British. By using this unjust and unfair means, the British sought to expand their hold over India. The dissatisfaction and anger of most Indians led them to revolt. So by this, the revolt against the British started. So we can see the next class about this